believe it.
Let's talk about American Idol because we're talking about your musical history, and I also really want to talk about TikTok because it sounds like it has been instrumental in your career.
I
But
see what you did there.
American Idol, you got into the top 40.
Yeah.
That's huge, and it sounds like you had a lot of learning moments. I'm so curious about what your experience was like. Is there stuff that maybe the average person who just watches the show
Yeah.
wouldn't know about the process?
Yeah, so I didn't get a lot of airtime, but it doesn't make me too mad because, like, the experience that I got from it is something I'll never get. Also, I was 15. So, I still have friends that I talk to every day from that show. Like, Gina Fontanella, someone I write with literally regular basis, probably every week. And Lauren Spencer Smith, I met her on the show. She made top 20. But I think something that a lot of people don't know is before you go to the judges, you got to go through like 3, 4, 5 rounds with producers before you can actually see Katy Perry, Lionel, and Luke.
Wow.
Yeah.
How much time was that? Was that like once a
Idol
week?
took up 8 months of my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you were 15.
Yeah.
So were you doing homeschooling? Were you just
No.
take time off?
No, I wasn't like 8 months being with them. It was like from the first audition with the producers.
Got it.
Then the second one, then going in front of the judges, and then a couple months later Hollywood Week, and then going to Hawaii. Like, and just it takes a while.
What was the most stressful aspect of it?
I think Hollywood Week, duet round. My partner was 29 and I was 15. He was the oldest one and I was the youngest one.
Wow.
Cuz okay, so much tea. I never spoke about this. I had a partner already. She was the other 15-year-old, and last second she like ditched. And she didn't even tell me. Her mom told me. Anyway, she was like, "I don't feel comfortable with your genre."
Oh.
It's okay. Anyway.
What, pop? I mean,
I don't know. So I was like one of 4 people who didn't have a partner last second, so they just paired me up with him. And he was like not around a lot because he had to be with his daughter and his wife that were there. So it was kind of just like me, my scared little 15-year-old self, like early 15s, not like almost 16, early 15s. And I'm just like sitting there about to cry. I'm like, where's my partner? I have to be on stage in like 12 hours. I have to be asleep in 3 hours because I get a lot of sleep. It was just stressful.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, with the added aspect of it being televised too, that's so much to go through. I won't even ask if this person is signed Capitol because I don't care, but also probably not. So, hey, all roads to here, right?
Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah. And on that note, I mean, I feel like the decision to not go to college. I know that you were mentioning that you were meant to go to Berklee School of Music, which is a fantastic school. Yeah. So I hear as a college dropout. And instead just moving to here and like really taking that dive after having this American Idol experience. And...
I mean, I was supposed to go to school to learn about what I'm doing now. And I felt like, why learn about it when you can do it?
Hey.
And also... yeah, it would be a blast. I already had my roommate chosen out, and we were like going through what our dorm was gonna look like, and it was all settled. And then I had to call her one day, and I'm like, I'm no longer going. I feel so bad. She's like with like 2 random people right now that she doesn't know. Oh, oof,
man, but you're right. I mean, you're would be going to college to learn the things that you are learning about music production,
and then it would just be like a 4-year delay.
Yeah. Hey. I am completely in support of your decision and look at how it's already paying off.
Thank you.
I want to know a little bit about what I know you were saying, like being in LA, you have this laser focus on being here and being, you know, a musician. How has the culture been for you? How have you like made friends? How are you adjusting?
So I had a bunch of friends through TikTok, just like mutual friends, and like meeting them in person was kind of cool. And then they're introducing me to their friends, and it's just a cute little snowball effect we got going. But it's beautiful out here. I can wear t-shirts and my little crop tops without a sweatshirt because New Jersey is 30 degrees right now. But out here it's 90.
We love it.
We're in
We love it
tan.
mostly.
Yeah, mostly.
That's great. I'm so happy that you're here and that you're being received well and that you're enjoying it. You're going to learn so much, and I'm so excited for you and the journey that you are on and you're going to be on. We've been angling around TikTok for a long time, so let's TikTok about it.
You're so funny.
Oh my God, I'm not usually like a puns girl.
No,
but you bring
I
it
love
out.
dad jokes.
You're bringing it out.
They're
in
my
me.
favorite thing. They crack me up. I hate stand-up comedy. I can't watch people like make jokes, but if you say a dad joke, I'll be cackling for like 10 minutes.
I'll do it for you, girl. I always think that puns and sarcasm are the lowest form of comedy, but you know what? As long as somebody's laughing at my jokes, I'm happy. Well, let's talk about it because you are very active on social media, and it sounds like you've made a lot of really good connections through it. Can you tell me a little bit about where you were in your musical journey when you joined TikTok and when you started focusing on music on TikTok and on Instagram?
I actually joined when I was 15, like a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually in Boston at like a summer songwriting program at Berkeley. And I was with my friends and like, you gotta join this app. I'm like, what is it? Anyway, I joined it. I see it's more like exponential growth. The first year I probably got maybe 100,000 followers, which is still like awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But in the past like 3 months or 4 months, I got 1 million.
How do you attribute the success that you have had, or do you at all attribute it to platforms like TikTok? And I don't know if you're active on YouTube, Instagram.
Yeah. I started on Instagram actually, and I had my first like wave on there, and then it transformed to TikTok, and now I'm trying to balance between all of them.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's a misconception where people see people singing on TikTok and they're like, they're not an artist, they're just a TikToker.
Yeah.
But I mean, not really. I'm using TikTok to become the artist because, listen, free marketing.
Absolutely. And I'm always so curious because, I mean, the argument that there is a lack of legitimacy just because it's popular online absolutely comes from gatekeeping crusty old guys who don't want to see. It's often women.
It's the best way, I think, right now for me to like reach literally millions of people who have never heard of me. They're like, who the heck is Natalie Jane? Oh, she has a song. And I just think it's really fun to just show them right into like the room of you creating it.
Yeah, and it's such a wonderful gift to people who enjoy your music too, and also like future musicians. I love to think about future musicians watching something like this or watching your TikToks and going like, oh, I feel like I can do that. Like, I want to start doing that. One thing that I've always been really curious about people who have found a lot of success on TikTok and are musicians is, do you have any internal pressure ever to, when you're creating, come up with like, let's say a catchy hook or something that is going to be used for transitions or something? Do you find that ever informs your creative process, or you feel pressure to have it?
I think it's a combination of both because I love the music that I make right now, and there is some pressure, like you have to write it like this if you want this platform to like it, but I think it's a combination of me giving them what they want and also staying true to myself. It's really nice to know that there are people that are listening to the stuff that I'm creating, because I wouldn't be able to live out here and be out on my own if it wasn't for the people like on the other side of the screen. That's why I want to try to like give them as much as I can by like I get DMs telling me their life stories, and they're like, can you write about this? I'm like, heck yeah. Put it on my concept list. And I just want to be able to connect with them as much as possible.
That's such a gracious standpoint. I love to hear that. And you're right. It's hugely beneficial for both parties involved. It's almost like a collaborative relationship.